Tropical Storm Lee is an ongoing storm that is currently threatening Florida. The storm formed in the Gulf of Mexico and is slowly tracking eastward, close to the coast of the Sunshine State. As of now, the storm is weak and has a chance of forming into a tropical cyclone. If it does, Lee could bring heavy rains and possible flooding to the area. If Lee turns into a tropical cyclone in Florida, it could potentially bring a great deal of destruction in the form of powerful winds and storm surge. Officials at the National Weather Service are continuing to monitor this storm and declare hurricane watches and warnings in the event of a potential landfall. Whether or not Lee will hit Florida is still uncertain. At this time, the storm is still far from the state and a landfall is not likely. Despite this, residents are still being advised to be prepared for the storm, as it is still possible that the storm may take a turn and bring destructive winds and flooding to the area. One of the concerns is that if the storm does make landfall, it could cause flooding to nearby homes, businesses and other buildings due to the heavy rain and storm surge. Lee will also likely bring strong winds, which could cause power outages and damage to infrastructure. In addition, forecasters are worried that the storm may pick up strength as it moves east and could become a powerful hurricane if it does. To make matters worse, the storm is expected to move slowly, giving it time to pick up speed and become a more dangerous force. To be safe, it is important for residents to prepare for the storm and make sure to have a plan in place in case of a hurricane or strong tropical storm coming ashore. With that being said, the storm has not yet formed into a tropical cyclone and is still far from the state. Therefore, it is still too soon to tell if the storm will hit Florida and the extent of any potential damage it may cause. Until the storm begins to develop more, the best thing Floridians can do is to be prepared for the worst and stay informed on the storm's progress. There are several ways to do this, such as staying up to date on the news and following the National Weather Service's updates. Ultimately, it is important to remember that Tropical Storm Lee could potentially cause a great deal of destruction if it makes landfall in Florida, so it is best to be prepared and stay informed. The storm is still far away and its path is uncertain. Therefore, it is too early to tell if it will hit Florida or not. Despite this, Floridians should still take precautions and remain vigilant in case the storm does come ashore. Residents should make sure to have an emergency kit prepared in case of a storm and follow the directions of officials if they are issued. Lee will likely bring strong winds and a storm surge if it does make landfall, which could cause flooding and destruction in the area. As of now, the storm is still weak and far away from the state, which means a landfall is very unlikely. The National Weather Service is continuing to monitor the storm and will issue watches and warnings if there is any chance of it making landfall. Until then, Floridians should keep updated on the storm and be prepared in case Lee turns into a hurricane and makes landfall in the state. the storm is still too far away to make any definite assessments on its potential to hit Florida. However, residents should still stay prepared for the worst and listen to any warnings the National Weather Service has